What's going on? Welcome back to another video. Daniel here, and today I'm going to be doing another Facebook ads video, just walking you step by step how you can create a conversion Facebook ads optimized for conversions. Now, conversion is simply a series of steps that you guide your audience through in order to achieve a specific end result. And usually this could be either website signups, lead generation, purchase, webinar registrations, and things that directly tie to a specific end result. And that is what a conversion Facebook ad is all about, and that is what I'm going to be showing you here today, and how to create one for yourself. If you're running an ad for your business or for a product or for a service, this is going to be all encompassing. It's going to be really hands-on, step by step, for you to be able to do that. So if that's something interesting, make sure you watch this video till the end. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do that right now. Perfect time to do so, and I greatly appreciate it. So as you can see, I'm right here now inside of my test Facebook account, and this is where we're going to be running all our ads and doing all of the demonstrations that we'll be doing this video today. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have your Facebook Business Manager set up, make sure you have your Pixel installed, make sure you have all that set up before you start running conversion ads, because that's the only way that you will be able to track your result. That's when you have your Facebook Pixel installed on your website and configured correctly with your Facebook ads account as well. So the first thing you want to do is to come here and click on the create button. That is how you always start. And once you hit the create button, you'll be taken to the screen right here. If you haven't seen my previous video on how to create an ad, it's gonna be here in the cards as well. So it's pretty much the same thing. And what you want to do here is to select the conversion campaign objective. So once you do that, you will be prompted to continue, and on the next page, that is where you will be able to set up your ad. You'll be able to name your campaign and set up all the groundwork in order to have a successful campaign. So here I'm going to do test campaign. Now that is done, and you don't want to select a special category unless you are running ads in a special category. Say, for example, you're running credit, employment, housing, and social issues, or politics, or elections, anything like that. But if you're not running any of these ads, you want to leave it as is. You don't want to select anything here. So you always want to select campaign budget optimization. That's you telling Facebook to be in charge of your budget, telling the Facebook algorithm to distribute your budget as it sees fit. I always recommend you do that, because Facebook has a lot of insights that we do not, and the algorithm is very well trained in doing this type of thing. So here you will specify your budget. By default, it says $20 per day, but if you want to do $100 per day, that's fine. I'm just going to do $100 a day, and here everything looks good, and you want to click on next. Now this is where you will be able to set your conversion metrics, see exactly what you'll be optimizing for. Now we are in the ad set section. You want to name your ad set, say test ad set. But I will also make a video on how to name your ad sets properly, so that way you don't get confused when you have so many ads running at the same time. So you want to create a Facebook Pixel. I guess we haven't created one, so I'm just going to go ahead and create one, because this is a test account. So I'm just going to go ahead and create one real quick. All right, so now that I've created my pixel, once you have your pixels created, you will be able to set your conversion event. Now, Facebook has a series of standard events that you can optimize for, and some of those are add payment info, add to cart, add to wish list, complete registration, contact, lead, purchase, schedule, etc. Now you can optimize for whatever it is you want to optimize for. If you haven't seen my video on how to set up your Facebook Pixel, again, I'll leave it in the cards and also in the description. And if you set them up correctly, some of them will illuminate green, meaning they're ready to be used. But let's just assume, for the purpose of this training, that Pixel is set up correctly. Now you want to optimize for, say for example, purchase. Now you will select purchase. Now what this does is Facebook will register inside of the platform if anyone purchases your product, or anyone lands on the page that you've optimized for. the pixel that you optimize on your page will fire, meaning the pixel will start working and they will record that. So Facebook knows exactly when someone purchases something on your website. And what that really does for you is that once Facebook has this information, then Facebook can use that data. They can use it to optimize your campaign. They can use it to find similar people, similar buyers with the same features. I mean, people who are likely to do the same thing that just happened. So that is what your pixel does for you. And that is how you create a conversion campaign. Now, purchase is not the only thing you can optimize for. Say, for example, you're trying to build an email list and you're trying to collect leads. And you can also select here, you can select lead, meaning when someone lands on the thank you page, Facebook records that, they know that, and they will record that on your campaign. Now, I'm going to show you an example of one campaign that I have running right now. Now, this is for one of the, the clients I'm working with. And say, for example, this campaign right here, we are optimizing for website leads, right? As you can see on our budget, we have a $400 budget. We have a $461 budget. The least budget we have here is $100 a day. We're spending as much as $400 in this account right here. And I'm not sure why this is not coming up. So let's go into the ad set. So here we have 10, 4 leads, 6 leads, 3 leads, 6 leads, 2 leads. And here, as you can see, we're getting leads for as much as $30. Now, this campaign is still very new. It's in the, we just passed 24 hours. So I'm still looking at this campaign. I'll be making some changes, but that's another video how you can optimize your campaign. But I just want to let you know what it really looks like once your campaign start getting real conversions. Once your conversion campaign starts working, this is what we're doing here. So here we are optimizing for website leads, meaning everyone who signs up on the website, signs up for the webinar, it's going to be recorded in here. So this particular ad set, for example, has 10 leads. We have 10, 4, 6, 3, 6, 2 leads. So that is exactly what is going to happen once you start, optimizing for a particular event, and that's when you have your campaign set up. So you want to make sure that you have your pixel set up, because that is the most important thing. If your pixel works, everything else is going to work. All right, so, and how do you know that your pixel is working? Again, like I mentioned in one of my last videos, I already went over this, but I'm going to go over it again. So now, if you have your pixel installed on your website and you have this Chrome extension called the Facebook Pixel Helper, once you click on that, once you load the website, this Pixel Helper is going to turn to green. So it's going to tell you exactly what pixel is on the page. So if you haven't downloaded the Pixel Helper yet and you want to start running ads, go download it right now. It's in the Chrome Web Store. It's a Chrome extension and it's completely free. So once you download that on your website, you want to click on here. So it's going to tell you what events is being optimized for on this page. So in my YouTube studio, for example, I have, and this is my second channel, by the way. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave it down in the description as well. So YouTube has the Facebook Pixel installed on your website. So right now they're optimizing for page view. So that is how you know that the Pixel is working on your website. So if you haven't installed the Pixel, this is the perfect time to do so, because it's going to be very critical to making sure that you get the best return on your ad spend. So now that you've optimized for leads, right, you want to go ahead and insert your schedule. Say you want your ads to start. I'm recording this on September 8th. You want it to start on September 9th at midnight. You simply go on and put that in there at midnight. Let's do 12:00 a.m. So this campaign is going to start at 12 midnight. So right now, this is the bread and butter of Facebook conversion campaigns. Now, this is where you target your audience. So this is where you let Facebook know, this is the type of audience that I want my ads to target. I want, to target people who are interested in certain interests. You can target by interest, by job title, by roles, pretty much anything. Facebook has all that information. So let's say I want to target the United States. So Facebook is telling me that I have access to 260 million people in the United States, meaning Facebook has the potential to show my ads to 260 million people if I'm targeting the United States. Now you can narrow it down by age and also by gender. Now let's say I want to target people who are interested in makeup. I'm just gonna type in here. Now this is where you really get very granular. Say you want to start running ads. Again, I'm going to make a video on how you can, bring some audiences. Now, Facebook has something they call the Facebook Audience Insights. Now, it used to be a separate tool, but they took that away. But Facebook, in the detailed targeting, still has the ability to show you the most related audiences to the one that you want to target. Say for example, you want to target people who were interested in makeup. Now all you have to think about is, what are some of the makeup brands that people may be interested in, the popular ones? Say for example, Ulta Beauty. So I'm just going to put in here Ulta Beauty, right? Now this is Ulta Beauty. Now Facebook is telling me that Ulta Beauty has a total of 14 million people on Facebook that my ads could potentially be shown to. Now if you click on here, the suggestions box right here, Facebook is going to show you the audience that are most closely related to Ulta Beauty. Now if you want to start selecting these audiences, you can go ahead, but there's a specific method that you use. I always recommend that you select one audience per ad set, meaning if you are creating one ad set, you should have one audience inside of that ad set. Now you can create multiple ad sets. I made a video about how to create your perfect Facebook ad, how to create ad sets, and how to create ads as well. So these are some of the brands and some of the interest groups that are most closely related to Ulta Beauty. So if you want to target makeup brands and people interested in makeup, this is exactly where you do it. So I'm just going to leave it as is. So we're targeting Ulta Beauty. Now of course you want to change the age, or maybe you want to target simply women. You can select women. Now the audience size is going to reduce a little bit, meaning we have 13 million people who are mostly interested in Ulta Beauty. Now the next thing you want to do is to select where you want your ads to show up. Now Facebook has the automatic placements and the manual placement. So the automatic placement is just telling Facebook that you want your ads to be shown wherever Facebook sees fit. Now the manual placement is just saying that, okay, Facebook, this is where I want my ads to show up. If you want your ads to show up on Facebook and Instagram, all you have to do is select Facebook and Instagram placements, and you want to select the placement or the platforms that you want your ads to show up. You can do Facebook and Instagram newsfeed. Now if you want to do stories, you can do stories, but you have to make sure that you have the right creative, the pictures that vertical and things of that nature. So let's just leave it at that. So now we have our audience dialed, and we have our audience selected. We have gender, we have our leads optimized. We have a conversion event optimized for leads, which is the main point of this video. If you want to create a conversion ad, your pixel is going to be the most important thing you do. Make sure you install that pretty well. And since we have all that set up, you have women selected, you have your interest selected, and you have your placement selected. All you have to do is go to next. Now on the next screen is where you will be able to create your ad. Now you can select your placement. Maybe if you have an Instagram account connected, you can select an Instagram, but if you don't have an Instagram account, you can still use your Facebook page and allow that to show up on Instagram. So you don't need to have an Instagram account in order to run ads on Instagram. So I'm just going to do that, and you want to name your ad. I'm just going to name it test ad, or if you have different variations, you can do image 1, video 1, whatever you want to do. I'll make a video on how to name your ad so it doesn't get confusing. So here's where you upload your media. You upload your media just like I mentioned in my last video. So you want to upload an image or video, you can do that. You name them, you title them, and you put your call to action. Maybe you want to do shop now, or learn more, or subscribe, or watch more, whatever you want to do. But that is how you create a conversion ads with Facebook. From the test campaign, you select the campaign objective, which is going to be conversions, and here on the next page in the ad set level, you want to select the right pixel. Now that we have the right pixel selected, you want to optimize for the right event. You can optimize for purchase, you can optimize for submit application, you can optimize for pretty much anything as long as it's within Facebook's guidelines. So you can also create a custom conversion, which is something I'll talk about in a separate video, but this is just to give you a broad overview on how to create a custom conversion ad with Facebook, so that way you can optimize for purchases, you can optimize for leads, you can optimize for website views, or pretty much anything. So I hope this video has been helpful, and if it has, make sure you subscribe to the channel, please. I appreciate it. And also leave a like on this video as well. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below, and you can also reach out to me on Instagram at ifdanieltit. So if you have any questions at all about Facebook ads, I'm here for you. Thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.